In 1965, a group of Phoenix area businessmen united to help the family of a fallen police officer. They collected $1,000 to give to the officer's family. A few years later, the founders of the 100 Club took the son of a fallen officer to a Phoenix Suns basketball game.
But the vision we thought would be take care of maybe a few every year, but now it's grown so far.
Since the foundation of the 100 Club, more than 500 Arizona families have been touched, with nearly $2 million in benefits. The 100 Club now serves all correctional and law enforcement officers and firefighters across the entire state of Arizona, from city to county, state to federal, including tribal officers and border patrol. That's 50,000 public safety officials living and working in Arizona.
Bring the weapon up on the barricade and hold it in steady.
What's been very cool since then is we're not the best kept secret in town anymore. Because when I joined, very few people knew about the 100 Club.
The mission of the 100 Club has evolved to provide financial assistance to families of public safety officers and firefighters who are seriously injured or killed in the line of duty, and to provide resources to enhance their safety and welfare.
Sometimes it takes months before we get help from our own agencies. So with the 100 Club being there, and from what I hear is that they come right away. So that's a good feeling to know that someone's out there looking out for us.
Oftentimes when somebody becomes disabled, it can take a year or more even for federal disability payments to kick in. And so to have the 100 Club be a bridge and to be there, not just for moral support, but for financial support, I think is important to those who are serving and very important to their families.
340, we got an officer down.
When Peoria police officer Bill White was injured in the line of duty, the 100 Club was there.
5-6 months out of the hospital, my wife's telling me she's still getting a check a month from this place called the 100 Club, and I'm like, well, how much do we got to pay back?
This is a group of citizens, common folk from your own community that said, we appreciate deeply what you do and we understand we can help you in this way. And we hand them that check. It's profound.
It's just money to them. It's just paper is technically what it is, but how much that actually helps out a person in a time of need, it's immense. It's beyond big, and the thank yous and the cards that you give them. And
we all have something to give, and I have an experience to give, and sure, I can give of my money, but I can give of my heart to people. The 100 Club gives me the opportunity to do that because I have an excuse to go to their house to drop off a check. That opens the door for me to walk in and put my arms around them and to do beyond what the dollars do.
Those are the able people, the able bodies, the able individuals that can do it for somebody who's going to be, for somebody that is disabled, that can't do it. I can't work off duty. I can't work overtime. I can't stand up. It's odd. I mean, it's right now, if you wanted to, you stand up. The outpour is awesome. It was neat. I still thank them. Every time I see any of them, I thank them. You know, and I get to go to a school tomorrow and thank the kids. You know what I mean? A kid broke their piggy bank open, $12 and some cents, broke his piggy bank open because I want to help out the cop. I said, oh God, I still get choked up thinking about that kid.
It's wonderful because you want to pay it back. You know, you want to say, you know, thank you. And I don't know if I could ever pay you back. And they don't want anything in return. And that's what's just great. They want to help you. And to me, I think that's wonderful. I think that's absolutely just, it's very generous.
I think of calling Lisa Wargo on the phone. I think about the day that I said, hey Lisa, what do you need? And she said, oh, I don't need anything.
It's hard for me to say, okay, well, what do I have that needs done? And I thought, oh, my backyard is still in dirt, and my kids come with rocks in their pockets every day after school, you know, from playing outside. And she's like, well, let's get it fixed.
She said, I just wish I had grass in my backyard. I wish that I had a sidewalk that I could take David out to the pool so he could watch my boys swim. And I thought then, that's such a small thing. And instantly we went to work, and now the 100 Club's providing a sidewalk, and the 100 Club is providing grass so that her boys can go and play in the backyard. To me, that's like one of the best things the 100 Club has ever done. And it's the members. It's the members of the 100 Club that does that. It's their dues and their support. It's our sponsorship. It's their money that helps their life be just a little bit better, be a little bit easier. We can never pay them for the loss of what they have lost, of what David has done for the community.
In March of 2000, DPS officer Brett Buckmister was killed in a car crash while responding to an emergency call.
It was given at such a critical time. It took about 3 months to get my husband's death certificate and about that long to start getting some of my benefits. So I actually lived off of that money, and I was able to support us and not have to worry about what I was going to do those first few months. That $7,000 gave me the money that I needed to live for those 3 months, and also helped me with funeral expenses.
It helps our comfort level to know there's organizations like the 100 Club and the entire community which are willing to assist us in our time of need.
I've been on the other side where people knocked on my door and I was the recipient. I'll never, ever, ever forget that day when they handed me over the check, and I remember saying, "Who's the 100 Club?" And they said, "Hey, we're just a community group of people. We stand behind the men and women who stand behind the badge."
As Arizona continues to grow, so does the need for public safety and fire protection. These first responders face new dangers every day, and as their jobs become more and more challenging, the 100 Club is challenged to step up and provide even better services.
It has actually purchased stab-proof vests for the Department of Corrections officers, and as someone who is responsible ultimately for the safety of those officers, I can tell you I'm grateful, and I know they are as well.
And the 100 Club has awarded us approximately $25,000, which is a pretty significant amount of money, towards purchasing ballistic vests for our officers. That's like the difference between life and death sometimes.
Well, I'm waiting for the day when I hear the story where somebody calls and tells me that one of our correction officers got stabbed, but they didn't really get punctured because of the vest that we were able to purchase for them. There's going to be some stories someday when we know that we didn't respond to tragedy, but we helped to prevent a tragedy.
What I want to be able to do is in leading this board, is to dream with no ceilings.
We can only do this with your help. The 100 Club depends on financial contributions from members and supporters like you.
This is your opportunity to give back to those that have given so much and sometimes have given the ultimate sacrifice.
They risk their lives, they risk their families' well-being, they risk everything for us. And for us to be able to give some money and some time is nothing compared to what they offer to us.
It's just one unsaid thing to do to help the families, because we don't know where to go or where to turn to after we have them, injured.
The legacy is really one of giving, of goodness, and of support for somebody who can't support themselves because they're gone.
Your community gives you the opportunity to grow and to prosper, and you have to give back to it. And so the opportunity to give back, whether it's $1, $10, $100, $10,000, it doesn't matter. Whatever you can reasonably give is very important. And to give to something as worthy as this is just prime.
If an officer, firefighter, Border Patrol, anybody is in the act of protecting you or your family, you would immediately want to help their survivors if they died saving your family.
I've chosen the job that I do because I love helping people and knowing that there's a tremendous amount of people out there that are willing to value that and help make sure that our families are taken care of.
Join us in standing behind the men and women who stand behind the badge. What they give is all they have.